Texas Sports Network is dedicated on delivering the most entertaining sports broadcasts in East Texas. And if you're interested in having your next sporting event streamed live, visit us online at netsn.live.
Good evening, folks. Jeremy Peoples, Jeremy Diamond here at beautiful Buffalo Stadium here in Lone Oak, Texas, where the Big Sandy Wildcats have made the trip to take on the Lone Oak Buffaloes. It's homecoming night for the Buffaloes, and Big Sandy looking to spoil some of the festivities, if you will. So, again, Lone Oak, a 3A Division II school. Big Sandy, of course, 2A Division I, so a little cross-division matchup here. These two teams met last year, and it was a 33-22 win for the Buffaloes. They're in all red, white letters outlined in silver. And the Big Sandy Wildcats, who aren't quite out yet, they're going to be in their away whites with blue sleeves and blue letters outlined in yellow. So, Jeremy, looking forward to this matchup. I've been able to call Big Sandy once this year. You haven't been able to do that yet. So, what are you looking forward to about this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, I think it's a chance for Big Sandy to play spoiler and get a little bit of another measure of where they stand. You know, they coming in at 0-2. They lost to Winona and Como-Picton. And, again, you want to play spoiler. You know, these Lone Oak Buffaloes come in at 2-0. They've knocked off Rains and then the Winona team that beat Big Sandy. And so I think you're going to see from Big Sandy a chance to kind of reset the page here and see if they can get a W on a big night for these Buffaloes.
Absolutely. So already we have a common opponent here as far as both teams have taken on Winona. Now, Lone Oak took them on last week with a 47-6 win there in Winona. And Big Sandy, they took them on week one on that Saturday game that I did with Jeremy Titsworth, who's chiming in. Hey, Jeremy. And it was a 47-13 loss for Big Sandy, win for Winona. So, all right.
Yeah, so a tough test here, right? A tough test for Lone Oak. And again, I'm excited. Okay, so we've had some games Brett and I have done together where you get the uniform and you can't read a number to save your life, right? So I'm saying hats off to the Lone Oak Buffaloes for the giant white letters.
Oh, it's great.
White numbers. It's so easy to read.
So I did a couple several years ago. I did the Mansfield Wolverines in DeSoto Parish in Louisiana, and I was at the Independence Bowl, and I was up in high, and they had forest green numbers on charcoal gray jerseys. It was crazy. So, all right. Anyways, back to here. So, captains for the Lone Oak Buffaloes, we have number 5, Dylan Klein, number 18, Callan Patterson, number 50, Hayden Thomas, and number 21, Dion Douglas. And for the Big Sandy Wildcats, we've got Skylar Hamburg, number 6. Number 52, Landon Hartman. Number 60, Dylan Gallagher. And then there's one more. Let's see here. Number 55, Brennan Ferentz.
That's how you do it. You send out 3 linemen to your coin toss, right?
Love it.
A little bit intimidating there. And then Lone Oak goes with the skill set. So,
ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that all conversations pause. If you are able, please rise and remove your hats.
All right, here we go. We're going to go to the field for the national anthem.
For unfortunate reasons tonight, we're asking all folks here for a moment of silence. Not only for the remembrance of what happened 24 years ago in New York on 9/11 and in Washington, but what also happened to our brother Charlie Kirk and our sister Irina Zarutska. Could we have a moment of silence followed by our prayer tonight? Our Father in heaven, we need you. When this whistle starts tonight, we're on opposite sides of the field, but we are one family looking to you after a very hard week. We spend it in remembrance and in reaction to all that's gone on. And sometimes it's hard to understand. We are emotionally impacted, Lord, as we should be. But we look to you for strength, and we look to you for guidance. Lord, you are sovereign. You are in control, and we know that. May your peace be upon us and upon all the families that were impacted both on this day years ago and what has happened this week. Thy will be done. We honor you. In the name of Jesus, be with us tonight and always. Amen.
All right, welcome
And
back,
now,
folks.
The Mighty Buffalo Band will play our national anthem.
Well, here we go, national anthem. That was just prayer and moment of silence. Now for the national anthem. All right, here we go, folks. Jaron Peoples, Jeremy Diamond, bringing some great action to you here in Lone Oak, Texas. Hey, chat with us if you haven't already. All you got to do is push that little subscribe button there if you haven't, and wait a minute or so, and you'll be able to chat with us. Let us know who you're cheering for, what you're cheering from. Hopefully we have some Big Sandy Wildcat folks tuning in, maybe some of those that weren't able to make the trip. We want to try and bring this action to you tonight in an entertaining and fun way. And so the Wildcats will receive the ball first. Let the offense get a chance to put some points on the board here.
Yeah, and back deep for the Wildcats is number 22. And then kicking off for the Lone Oak Buffaloes is number 7, Moises Perez. Oh, they've got the 2-kicker approach. Okay, here we go. So they got number 2 and number 7. So Alberto Sarmiento.
Deep booming kick. Number 22 takes it. Crosses the 10. Just shy of the 20, taking about the number 18, or about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, big hit there by a couple of Buffaloes. A herd of Buffaloes there.
I heard it, but there you go.
And, yeah, so we'll start this drive inside the 20.
So here we go. The Wildcat offense getting a chance to put something on the board here, get things going. Sophomore Jonathan Taylor, the signal caller. All right, snap to him, high snap. He throws, caught by number 12.
I think that might have been a pretty good spot because he was bobbling that ball in the air, but they're going to give him the 21.
So a 3-yard completion, pitch, and catch there to get things going. So second and about, 7, right?
Yes, sir. 2nd and 7.
They get into the backfield, and Taylor goes down, so that will be a loss of about 5. I'll bring up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 12, as there's good defensive penetration there for the Buffalo defensive front.
Yeah, they got penetration quick, and he had nowhere to go. He kind of took a little roll to the left and then tried to come back right, and at that point it was too late to go anywhere. And good play there by the defense.
All right, so here we go, 3rd and 12. So 3rd and long here again, the ball at about the 16-yard line of Big Sandy. Taylor's back. Throws a little quick little pass, a little screen pass. Number 6 has it. They snuff him up back around the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 4th and 10. That was Skylar Hamburg on the reception.
Yeah, and I mean, here, you got to imagine you punt this one away, right? You've got nothing to gain by trying to go for it on a 4th and 10 way in your own territory, and so.
No, and Big Sandy's got a pretty good defense. Their defensive front, I saw them guys week 1. They're not bad. They're good. They play with a lot of effort, a lot of intensity, and so Coach Pullman's going to put some trust in his defense here, and his offense get a little bit of a break and come back and try to put some on the board. Here's the snap, and here's the punt. A good punt out of the just over the hand of the returner. Now he's finding the seam, crosses the 40, the 30. Finally, he goes out of bounds.
Yeah, shoestring tackle there by Jeff Valdez, but a huge return by number 3, Max Ramirez.
So 1st and 10 for the Lone Oak offense, and they're knocking on the door of the red zone.
I mean, the ball was just at the 8. I mean, it was really a 3-yard. You know what I mean? Like, by the time that punt return happened, they're right back where they were. And so, great field position for the Buffaloes here. And let's see if they can put some points on the board.
And it was a good punt.
It was. Almost too good, right? Where you
Yeah.
outkick your coverage and then.
It didn't have quite enough loft on it to give your hand team or your guys, your coverage team, there to try and contain the returner. But good punt nonetheless. Got some good distance on it. Quarterback's back. He wheels left. Escapes some pressure. He throws.
What a play. What a
Touchdown,
catch.
Lone Oak.
That was number 4, Danny Barahona from the backfield there on a little circle wheel route there and catch the pass on the sideline for the touchdown.
Man, he throws a good ball.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass on the run, and, that's kind of how you draw it up, right? One pass, one play, 21-yard touchdown.
Slade Parnell, the QB for Lone Oak. So thanks so much for tuning in. As Lone Oak comes out to kick the PAT, that's going to be number 7, Moises Perez. A left-handed kicker, or left-footed kicker, I guess you should say, and it's through the uprights. It's good. So with 9:29 left in the first quarter of play, the Buffaloes lead the Wildcats by a score of 7-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Welcome back, folks. Jaron Peoples, Jeremy Diamond.
Yeah, and once again, Lone Oak's going with the double kicker. As you said, number 7, Perez, is left-footed, and then you've got number 2, Alberto Sarmiento. He's right-footed, so they can attack this from either direction, kind of keep the defense there off balance. Going to be a high pooching kick to about the 15, picked up by number 12, Easton Richardson, and there's just almost nowhere for him to go. He's tackled almost immediately there. Tackle was made by number 28, Alex McCallum, along with a couple other Buffaloes.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes on their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, so Wildcats here get a chance to come out of the second possession here and hopefully get a little bit more yardage than the first time and see if they can do something with it.
Taylor's got a single back set, 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far. Handoff.
No gain on the play.
They're going to snuff him out of the line of scrimmage. That was Hamburg on the carry. So 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah, and tough sledding so far for Big Sandy. They need something to kind of go their way here. Get a quick little run, a little something to the outside.
You know, spread the defense out, right?
Right.
Force them to back up a little bit. Spread them out.
Yeah, because really, I mean, their safety is about 10 yards deep, and that's it.
Taylor back, he throws. Intended receiver,
What
he
a catch.
catches. What a catch!
Like we said, you got to stretch them out a little bit, right? So that's going to go all the way down to the 47-yard line.
Number 25, Evan Jitjang on the incredible reception. Incredible throw by Taylor. Huge gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 now on Lonoke's 47-yard line.
Yeah, that was a 31-yard completion there.
Not a bad pitch and catch. 2 receivers on either side, single back. Taylor's back. Those little dump pass out to Hamburg. He's got some space.
And then a whole group of Buffaloes there, led by number 20, Hayden Shires on the tackle.
So 2nd and 7.
But again, what you wanted to see, right? We talked about it. Open it up a little
Absolutely.
bit. And then that time the rush came deep, and he had some room there, and it quickly closed. But again, positive yardage, back-to-back plays.
Man in motion. And he hands off to him. He cuts back. It's number 12 on the carry. He's getting a little bit of space. Crosses it. Or it gets right about the 40. That was Easton Richardson on the carry.
And then big tackle there by Sarmiento.
So 3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. Big 3rd down here, I think. You may be in 4-down territory.
I think you're pretty close here. Yeah, I think, if you can get a couple yards here, if you can get it within 3, I think you're probably going to go for it from this spot because punting here is so treacherous, right? You punt it into the end zone, and they're pretty close to where you are anyway.
Taylor going to take it and call his own number.
Oh, what a huge hit.
He picks up 2.
And then Sammy Rodriguez said no more and planted him.
Positive yards, though.
Yeah, so they're going to give him 1 on the carry.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it looks like 4th and 3, and they're on the 40.
I thought he got a little lean action out of that, but.
Yeah, and again, a great job there by the defense of shutting the door. It looked like he had a little space there for a second.
Yeah.
And, man, the speed so far of this Lonoke defense has been impressive. They're all running to the ball, and they're doing it quickly. They're shutting down any opportunity that the Big Sandy's really had to move the ball north and south.
Now, we don't make the trip up here to Lonoke very much, kind of outside a little bit of where we typically, schools we typically cover. But they are in a district with some schools that we're familiar with as far as Grand Saline and Edgewood. Hey, timeout called by Big Sandy. We'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Welcome back, folks. Jaron Peoples, Jeremy Diamond. Hey, if you haven't yet, download the NETSN app. It's free, and you get score updates. If you're at a game that maybe we don't have a crew at, help us by updating that score. It really helps us out. We kind of crowdsource to get those scores submitted and populate, and you'll see on our broadcast here, scores roll across. But if no one's entering scores, then
It looks
it's just
like
a bunch
we've got
of
no
weird
games going.
0-0s
Yeah.
across. So.
Yeah, an early action. White House, Chapel Hill tied at 7 with 10 minutes left in the first quarter. So it looks like 2 quick touchdowns there.
Taylor throws. He hits the receiver. That is Jit-Jang again, his money man, and that's a first down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, so 11-yard completion there to Jit-Jang, and back-to-back throws to him led to first downs.
So ball now on the 29-yard line of Lone Oak. Handoff. Hamburg cuts back in. They're going to say no gain.
Yeah, and that was a tackling led by Christian Morris and Hayden Shires.
Chat with us if you haven't already. Let us know you're there. Let us know that so Jeremy and I aren't just talking to ourselves. That'd be weird. And so just say, hey, go Wildcats. Maybe you're a Buffalo fan, go Buffaloes. Or maybe you're just a East Texas football fan. You know, go football, go band member, go cheerleader, whatever. Just let us know you're there. Love to interact with you.
Yeah, let us know who you're rooting for, who's your favorite player on your team, and where you're watching from.
2nd and 10. Taylor goes right. Throws away.
Yeah, and Jit-Jang, he got plastered there on the rollout. They just put him on the ground there, and he rolled out and had no one to throw to, and so.
They're paying a little extra attention to him, right?
Yeah. You make 2 big catches on the same drive, and you're going to get some extra eyes on you. That safety rolled over the top, and they weren't going to give him anything deep.
So 3rd and 10. The defensive front for Lone Oak's been able to contain the run pretty good, and that would open things up, I think, for Big Sandy. You know, obviously you got Jit-Jang and a couple other weapons there, so I think if they can try to get some things, some running up the gut a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And try to maybe stack that box a little more, it may open some things up for you.
I mean, you got most of Lone Oak in the box, right? I mean, you've got a couple of guys out wide, but really almost everyone on that defense is centered in that. You've got about 7-8 guys in the box. So you've got to get some action.
Now, delay a game against Big Sandy. And so that's going to bring him back and be about 3rd and 15 now.
Delay the game, penalty backs them up 5 yards. And it's still 3rd down.
Yeah, not the way you want to go. You had a couple of big plays, got some momentum, and now you kind of stalled out a little bit. So you'd like to get some movement here.
So
this
third down,
just
15.
allows your D-line to pin their ears back, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yes. So 3rd and 15. Taylor back, Will's right. He's got pressure. Falls down. They were coming hard after him, like you said, pinning the ears back, and so that's going to be a loss of about, 8 to 10 more.
Yeah, and that was Callan Patterson on the blitz and sack there. So a 10-yard loss on the sack. And that is 4th and a bundle.
Yeah, about 25.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of plays in the playbook for something in 25, but especially 3rd or 4th down. That's a tough.
It looks like they're going for it. There throws. And he hits Jit-Jang on the sideline there. It's going to be back to about the original line of scrimmage, so a turnover on downs.
Actually, I think that was it was actually Easton Richardson.
Oh, Easton Richardson. Wow, okay.
They flipped the field.
They flipped the field on us. You're right. So thanks for catching that. So Jit-Jang was on this side, and Easton Richardson on the right side. So 1st and 10 now for Lone Oak. They're on their own 31.
So I think positives, if you're Big Sandy, you were able to move the ball a little bit, right? I think the downside is that penalty kind of got you set back,
Yeah.
and then it kind of puts you in a position you didn't want to be in, and now you got to have your defense stiffen up again.
trips on the near side here. One on the far single back, throws a little screen pass, falls incomplete. Just on the shoestrings of the intended receiver, number 4. Just got word White House takes the lead there in Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill's homecoming, 14-7. We got a crew there. You got Josh Jared, Chris Brody, and Grand Poopah, CEO, CFO, El Jefe, Brett Sweeney there as well. And so, you know, they're excited.
Yeah, that's an exciting game in the East Texas area for sure. Ooh, what
Russian
a hit.
attack, what a hit. Number 55, Brennan Ferentz. He said, no
so
passe, no entrada, right? And
That's
so
right.
picks up 5, but 3rd and 5.
Yeah, it looked like there was a lot of running room there, and Ferentz came across from his DN position and played spoiler.
Brick walled it, right? So 3rd and 6, really?
Yeah, it was really only a 4-yard gain. I think the PA announcer gave him an extra yard there. Looks like a timeout, Lone Oak here. So big 3rd down for them, and they're going to call a timeout.
And we'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on NETSN. Welcome back, folks and friends. Jeremy Peoples, the Jeremy Diamond here. 3rd and 4 for the Lone Oak offense. Slade Parnell, the quarterback. He looks like he's going to keep it.
Oh, he had number 5. Now, he might have been over the line of scrimmage by then, but 5 had about 4 yards on his defender and would have been an easy walk-in touchdown, but first down nonetheless.
He took the lane for himself, though, and was able to convert. So 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes.
I think that was a 9-yard gain for him.
Ball now on their own 44. Well, about 43 and 10 inches.
Yeah.
Handoff, number 4. And what a takedown.
Is that Ferentz again? That is Ferentz again. He says, you
no,
shall.
sir. You shall not pass.
Oh, man, what a play by
A
him.
huge play there for Ferentz.
Yeah, if I'm the offensive line coach, I'm like, guys, 55. Like, we got to find him. He's kind of been a little bit of everywhere tonight. He looks like he's shifting to the strong side of the line here. And they've kind of switched him back and forth, but he's a threat.
A little bunch trips here for Lone Oak. 2nd and 11.
Little bubble action fake. Oh, what a hole. And he will not be caught. That is Terry Didi Marahana for the touchdown.
So big time scamper for him. That was like what? 55 yards.
56 yards
56
on the carry
yards.
for the touchdown. Yeah, huge play there again. That trips formation, I think, caused Big Sandy to take some focus off the back. And once he hit that second level, it was gone. There was nobody who was going to catch him.
He's quick.
He is.
Barahona, he's got some speed to him.
He's got some wheels. And, again, I think you're going to make that adjustment if you're Big Sandy and say, we got to watch this guy.
Here to kick the PAT, Moises Perez. Kick is up. And it is good. So the Buffaloes are on top, 14-0 over the Wildcats. With 2:27 left in the first quarter of play. We'll be back, folks.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, here we go, folks.
All right, so they've decided to go back to the single kicker attack here. So Alberto Sarmiento is in here. I think since Perez has gotten the last 2 extra points, Alberto said, "Hey, I want a shot here, coach." Back deep, gets 22, gets it on the 6-yard line, comes out, gets to about the 24-yard line on the ball's out. And it's number 8, Noah Coulter on the return. I think the Wildcats are saying they're down, but the referee said otherwise, and so that's going to be a fumble return for a touchdown for number 8, Noah Coulter.
And it wasn't a bad return, right?
No.
I mean, he got some good dirty yards, number 22, and just ball got popped out, and Lone Oak capitalized. They'll go for the PAT again.
So lefty Perez takes his steps, and it is true.
It's
Boy,
good.
He's got a leg.
He does. So the Buffaloes up top, 21-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Welcome back, folks. Big Sandy offense who moved the ball fairly well last time up, right? And so looking to do that again.
Yeah, and again, an unfortunate situation there to fumble on a decent kick return. And unfortunately, it did lead to a score for Lone Oak. So quickly, it's 21-0. And that's tough, right, when you got young guys, high school guys, trying to keep them engage the game. And so I think that's going to be the challenge here is keep your spirits up, keep fighting, right? That's the thing that you're going to ask as a coach here. Big, deep kickoff there to number 25. That is Evan Jitjang.
He comes left.
There's just no room, no blocking. That tackle was by number 88, Joseph Whitehead. He had some room to run for a second there, and it just feels like Big Sandy's having a hard time holding their blocks on the kickoff return.
All right, so 1st and 10 now. With 2:12 left in the first quarter of play. The Big Sandy offense will start at their own. I think on spot 20. Oh, they're moving them up to the 30. So there's a penalty. I'm not sure what it was. A penalty against Lone Oak, I guess. And so 1st and 10. So just got someone that Rodney Stevenson says Ferentz has 10 offers to play college ball. I can see why. Thanks so much for letting us know that.
So it looks like a 2-yard loss there on the carry. And so Jonathan Taylor just doesn't have much room to do anything right now. Again, that interior, that defensive line of Lone Oak has made life difficult for the running backs and the quarterback. There's just not been any room. And again, I've been impressed with the speed of the Lone Oak Buffaloes just all the way across the board. They're just quick. They play kind of as a team, right? It's a whole unit of tackling, and so you got to find ways to exploit their aggressiveness. That ball goes to Hamburg, and he's going to pick up the 2 yards they lost on the first carry. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Back to the original line of scrimmage.
So 3rd and 10 at the original line of scrimmage. Got some cool music they play here.
Man, it reminds me a little bit of when we did those Tatum baseball games. You know,
Oh, yeah,
it keeps the crowd in it, right? Those extra effects. So 3rd and 10, you got a split on each side and then a couple tight ends.
Big throw, single man coverage. Oh, in and out of the hands of Jit Jang.
Yeah, Deion Douglas didn't really know where that ball was. He turned around just in time to knock it away.
Yeah, he just turned around and started swatting.
Yeah. Yes. We got a player down, it looks like, here for the Buffaloes.
All right, so while they tend to him, we'll take a quick one. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums,
He's going all the way.
your favorite athletes, your teams,
Ford breaks a tackle. Oh my gosh.
your passion, all in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Pick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, so big 4th down here. Looks like they're going to punt. They got 2 guys back deep for the Buffaloes. Looks like number 3, Max Ramirez. That punt went up high and not a whole lot of distance. Uh-oh, we got fighting here on the field. There's a flag been thrown. Looked like number 13 for Big Sandy made some contact there with number 18. And so we'll see what the officials sort out here.
So I want to go back to Ferentz. Yeah, 10 college offers, it seems like. He's a class of 26, and, man, just really impressive young player. I remember in game 1 when I in week 1 when I did that game, just he made an impact that game as well. So I know Coach Pullum's excited to have someone to his caliber on this squad.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we get spoiled sometimes here in Texas. But, yeah, I mean, 10 offers is a big deal. That's nothing to shake your head at. And, again, we've seen flashes of why already in this game early. And so, yeah, that's a cool thing. And, again, for a guy that's still got more time on the field as well. And so that really benefits him to continue, spending this year getting that there and maybe get more offers, right? You never know. So personal foul was called on Big Sandy. And so they're going to go 1st down, Lone Oak.
Well, they haven't reset the change yet.
It looked like it was after the play, so I wonder if they're going to walk 15 here off of that. So the ball was at the plus 46, and now it's going to come all the way down to the 31-yard line. So a 15-yard penalty, a big one, hurts the Wildcats here. Again, some indiscretion after the whistle, and it may not have been the first guy, right? They tend to catch the second guy, and it's hard to keep your composure, right? And so I'm sure he felt like he was treated unfairly, but again, he reacted and got the penalty. Good run there. Look, that was number 28, Alex McCallum.
So a 6-yard pickup for him. So 2nd and 4 for the Buffaloes.
And again, they've got the pile moving, right? I mean, with the exception of Ferentz, they've been able to move kind of where they wanted to go. Looks like we have about 9 seconds left in the first quarter, and it looks like the Buffaloes are going to let the clock run out with a 21-0 lead. Not a surprise there. And that'll do it for the first quarter.
All right, so we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll give you some score updates as we get ready to start the second quarter here. You're watching high school football here on the Northeast Texas Sports Network. We'll be right back.
We would like to thank Christine Vasquez, CPA, PLLC, the official accountant of NETSN.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
All right, here we go, folks. Parnell back, has a receiver.
Oh,
my goodness.
Ramirez with the one-handed grab on the wheel route.
I think that was on his pinky and was able to bring that one in. Goodness.
Yeah, Ramirez with a 25-yard receiving TD on the wheel route. They've run that route effectively twice, both times for a score, that time to Ramirez. I almost didn't see it. There's a window. I've got a limited window. I had to lean out.
The speed they have on the outside really is incredible. Perez, kick is up. And it's a good one. We're going to keep it here, though. Go ahead and give you some score updates. Got some interesting ones here. Now, from some games that took place last night, Frankston Indians with a big win over the Grapeland Sandys. And I'll be honest, I had Grapeland in that game. And the Indians, who I saw a few weeks ago, really impressive and really just put it on. It's a 48-19 win for them. Carlisle, a big win, 27-22 over St. Augustine. Mount Enterprise, right now, second quarter, and they're up 44-8 over Maud.
Well, last night we had Grapeland. You got me saying Grapeland. We had Gladewater and West Rusk, and West Rusk was able to walk out with a 15-14 win. They had a big block extra point late early in the fourth quarter that really kind of flipped that game over, and so a huge win for the Raiders. And then Coach Lewis of the Bears suffered his first loss of the season, but again, a great game to watch. Yeah, so if you didn't get a chance to see it, when this one's over tonight, you might tune in and watch that one. Go back and watch our past streams. It was a phenomenal game.
Had some great ones so far this season. You can go back and watch those. New Diana leading Sabine 29-7. Jefferson up on DeKalb 28-0. One that's interesting right here, a team that I know well and have called a lot, the Tatum Eagles. They're tied up with Newton to start the second quarter, 0-0.
Okay, and then you have White House, Chapel Hill. They're currently at 14-14. I was trying to look a second ago. I hadn't got one yet, but I'm looking for the Legacy Marshall update. That's another big one.
Yeah.
Legacy coming off a huge win against the Tyler Lions in the rivalry game.
Number 22 on the return. He crosses the 10, gets up to about the 22. One score I wanted to mention real quick, and this one's surprising. Still a lot of game left, but with 11-14 left in the second quarter, the Timpson Bears are tied up with Palestine Westwood 14-14.
Wow, there you go. That should be, that Westwood team, they're not too shabby. They got a guy that might be okay.
At all. Couple of brothers over there.
Yeah, those Bryant brothers are pretty salty.
I'll be doing one of their games in a few weeks. I'm pretty excited about it. All right, so 1st and 10 for the Wildcat offense. Getting on the 21-yard line, their own 21. Hey, chat with us. Let us know you're there, who you're cheering for. We sure appreciate it. And off to Hamburg. He's snuffed out. It's going to be a loss of about 2.
Yeah, it looked like number 22 there. Sammy Rodriguez was the initial hit on the tackle there.
Madisonville up 14-7 over Malakoff. Here's one that's interesting. ARP, who's really had an incredible season so far, they're tied up with Mineola 0-0 with 8:36 left in the second quarter. All right, so 2nd and 12 for the Wildcats. Taylor, quick pass. Little screen.
Boy, and Jit Jang just got thumped.
He gets those 2 yards back and maybe an extra one. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and again, a big hit there again by number 22, Sammy Rodriguez. That's the first catch tonight for Jit Jang that wasn't a first down. So 3 yards there, like I said, 9 to go. So this is a big play here.
So 3rd and 9, it is a big 3rd down opportunity here for the Wildcats deep in their own territory. Taylor back, Will's right, and throws it away. And so that will bring up 4th and 9, and it looks like the punt team's coming out.
Yeah, there's just, we talked about it. Lone Oak has done a great job of covering for the most part, right? Evan had a couple of good catches, but really there's just not been a lot of room for anything. A hole opens and it closes quickly, and so this Buffalo's defense has been pretty disciplined, and they've shown why. They've come into this game 2-0.
Here's an interesting score just because of the number of it. Henderson-Jacksonville. Henderson leads 9-0.
Oh.
How do you see it?
That doesn't happen.
9.
A little scoreagami there. Yeah.
Oh, huge punt. Goodness gracious.
But again, did he punt his coverage, right? He almost out. Thankfully, he took a couple bounces, gives a chance for his teammates to get down.
But the distance on that thing.
That was incredible. So Max Ramirez on the return. He picked up the ball around the 25, gets it out to the 40. And the Buffaloes will take over on their own 40-yard line.
It's a pretty good field position for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, I think here you've got to get a negative play here if you're Big Sandy, right? First or second down, you've got to get a loss here. Put Lone Oak behind the chains. They really haven't managed to do that so far tonight, and so I think that's going to be the difference here. If they can get Lone Oak behind the chains, I think that changes a little bit for them. So they need a big play here. I expect Ferentz to make something happen for his team here. Will his team into a big play.
And that defensive front there for Big Sandy, they're not shabby. Handoff. He's able to get some space here, the ball carrier. Get the number on that ball carrier. Was it 28, I believe, right?
Yeah, McCallum. Picks up 12 and a first down. And all of a sudden they're in plus territory.
Pittsburgh's leading Grace Community 31-0. Pittsburgh's been super surprising this year.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to say the same thing.
Parnell, intended receiver, number 5. What a catch.
That's Dylan Clyde.
And the Big Sandy defender, number 13, Kaylor Hawkins, the freshman, was playing him well. And, was on them like glue. That pass was just perfectly placed.
It was. Ball's going to be on the 11. That makes a 37-yard completion for a first down there for the Buffaloes.
And he just dropped again right in the breadbasket. Hey, personal foul against the Buffaloes. And so that will knock him back. Wait. It's negating the play.
Oh, no.
Right? No.
Are they just taking him post?
No, they just hadn't moved the chains and all that yet.
Okay.
Okay, so it's going to be on 26.
It was a 15-yard penalty, but it's still a first down. Just backs him up another 15.
And you're close to the red zone.
Yeah, but what a huge pitch and catch there. Oh, bad snap. Ball's on the ground. Parnell's running for his life. Oh, and you got to throw that out of bounds.
Well, you had Brendan Ferentz running after you, breathing down your heels.
At some point, you're outside the pocket. Just chuck that thing toward the first down marker and live to fight another day.
Because Ferentz, as well as Hartman.
Yeah, that was a 6-yard loss there on the sack. We'll give that sack to Ferentz because he did all the dirty work there to get get Parnell running to the sideline.
There was a pack of the Wildcats, though, with them.
It was.
So 2nd and 16. 3 receivers on the near, 1 on the far. Single back. They hand off to him. That's McCallum again, I believe. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage with maybe 1 or 2 more. So 3rd and about 8.
McCallum up the middle. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
3rd down, 8 to go. Thanks so much for tuning in. Chat with us. We'd love for you to chat with us. Let us know you're there.
Now let's hope Big Sandy can get a stop here. They're going to run that quick throw out to the back. Can he beat a man on a tackle?
And Jitjang there to stand him up. Will be shy of the first down.
Yeah, and Taylor finished him off there.
Well, the far official kind of took a slant there, and let's see.
Looks like it's right on the stick.
They're moving them. They're moving the chains. Grant Saline leads Emory Reigns by a score of 21-7 right now. It's a direct snap to number 14, Colt Bowman, backup quarterback. Parnell's on the sideline.
2nd down, 4.
There's a 6-yard gain, 2nd down, 4 to go. And 7:28 left in the first half. They're letting the clock run here, not getting in a hurry.
Handoff to 28 there. He's going to fight. Oh, I think he gets down to about, looks like the 1 yard line.
1 yard line, so that will bring 1st and goal.
First down.
All right, here we go. So 1st and goal. Backup quarterback still in.
And
hands up to McCallum. He walks the dog in the end zone, and so that will be a touchdown for the Buffaloes.
Alex McCallum with a 1 yard run.
That's McCallum.
so again, Moises Perez is going to line up to kick the extra point here. Snap, hold is down, kick is up, and good.
It's a good one. So the Buffaloes go on top 35-0 with 6:25 left in the first half of play. We'll be right back here on NETSN. And we're back. Jaron Peoples, Jeremy Diamond. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. We got
beautiful stadium again. I think we talked about it, but it's an incredible setup. We're actually, pretty high up. I think this is the highest up I've been all year.
Okay.
So I got a little verticality going here.
So yeah, and so talking to folks, great facilities here. This is the 3rd year since they redid the stadium. It's original stadium, but what's over there on the visitor side, those stands were over here.
Okay.
And then they put them over there and then built this big out. There's a flag on the play here against Lone Oak. And so yeah, so they put the visitors ones over there, then turfed it out. And
okay. It's a cool logo. I mean, it's that Buffalo Bill, right? And with the red and white, it just looks really clean.
And they also have a brand new weight room that's supposed to be just absolutely just stunning.
Yeah, you and I went over to the concession stand to see the wares and fairs, and took a little peek around the corner there. It looked really awesome. And so again, hats off to the Lone Oak community for investing in these kids, and it looks like it's paying off in dividends. It's going to be 22 on the catch there on the kickoff. He's going to get the ball all the way to the 26, and he's still fighting. And he gets all the way to the 29. Great hustle by him there to get some extra yardage when he was wrapped up.
Turning and burning with some 30 yards there.
Again, just don't give up. Keep those feet moving, and you never know what might work in your favor.
So 1st and 10.
Ball's on the 29-yard line.
All right, so here we go. Big Sandy offense. Empty set, 3 receivers on the near, 2 on the far.
Oh, we got a false start there. Looked like Bentley Clark, I believe, was trying to get a head start there and got a little too excited, and it's going to cost him 5.
So it'll be 1st and 15 now. Great hospitality here at Lone Oak. And then the PA announcer, I forgot his name, was a longtime sports broadcaster for ESPN and some others. He's been super hospitable, so
yeah,
thank you
nice
to him.
Again, we got a great little setup. It's they've got a little bit of a wall in the way, but you and I both can cover the whole field.
Oh yeah, we got it.
And we're in a cool, air-conditioned area, so it's nice.
And off number 22 gets about a yard.
Family tackle. Brings up 2nd down.
I have friends. I got family.
That's Aiden Hodge, number 22.
Oh, they switched his number.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Okay.
I knew it'd come back to me.
There you go.
Sorry, I got to get
Hey, all of you, head toward the concession stand. Don't forget to take some of that trash and please deposit it in the trash can.
All right, so here we go.
Save our volunteers a lot of backs and elbows and knees.
Low snap. Hand off to Hodge. No gain.
On the carry for the Wildcats. Stopped at the line of scrimmage again, and that brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd and 14. Five minutes left in the half here. It's homecoming here tonight at Lone Oak, so they had some festivities before the game.
Yeah, just under 5 minutes left here in the first half.
Man in motion. Taylor back throws.
Off his back foot into double coverage, and the 2 Buffaloes were fighting over the ball, and neither one of them walked away with it.
Is intended for Hamburg. If there was just a little more sauce on that, I think it would have went over the coverage.
Yeah,
and then it would have been off to the races for Hamburg. So
yeah, Ramirez and Christian Morris were there on the coverage, and they seemed to be fighting each other for the ball. And thankfully for the Wildcats, the ball dropped incomplete. So it looks like they'll be forced to punt again.
So 4th and long, about 14 for the Wildcats. 2 guys back for the Buffaloes. The speedy Max Ramirez is one of them.
And the other is number 12, Jansen Scott.
Whistle blown here.
And then back to punt for the Wildcats is number 4, Jeff Valdez.
There's a penalty, so they're going to back him up 5 yards. This would Be technically 4th and 19.
It's a better punt than and it takes an unfortunate bounce.
So the Lone Oak offense will have good field position here.
Yeah, so 20 net yards on that punt, and they'll take over on the plus 39.
Hey, hats off to our sponsors again. These are local businesses who invest in the program these young men and women are part of, and we want to say thanks and encourage you to appreciate them as well. Platinum Ford of Terrell, Tejas Plumbing, Sickles Roofing, Jarvis Auto.
So 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes. Parnell is back on the field. Handoff number 4. Still on his feet, crosses the 20. Barahona with the big run.
Danny is he is everything that was advertised. That was a 25-yard carry for him for a first down.
He's slippery.
Yes.
So ball now on the 14 or so, 14 and a half of Big Sandy. Handoff to Barahona again. Still on his feet, churns and burns. Touchdown.
And he had to earn that one all 14 yards. And another Buffalo touchdown.
Did I say first down?
First down on the last one, touchdown, right?
Okay.
Which, you know. But yeah, great run there by Danny. Man, he was relentless in that one. It was a first down, and then he just kept going.
Yeah.
He said, I'll take a little bit more.
Perez is back to put another one on the board. PAT's up. And it is good. All right, so with 4:12 left, the Lone Oak Buffaloes lead the Big Sandy Wildcats by a score of 42-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, here we go. Still some time for the Big Sandy offense to do something here. Ball received.
Jang, I think, on the return. Gets out to about the 32.
It's not bad field position at all.
Second quarter, Marshall 14, Tyler Legacy 0. Also in the second quarter, Longview 7, South Oak Cliff 10. Mount Pleasant's up 14-8 on Terrell. And then Lufkin is up 49-0 on Little Rock Southwest Arkansas at half. And then Tyler High is up 49-0 on Seagoville at halftime.
1st and 10. Man in motion. Scoots him over. Handoff to Hamburg.
Hamburg, the ball carrier.
Picks up 1.
Met by a host of Buffaloes. Gain of 1. Second down.
He really needs to say I heard.
Yeah.
Did he a while ago?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, heard sounds much better. Henderson 15, Jacksonville 0. And then Corsicana 7, Hallsville nothing.
So 2nd and 9. Chat with us. Let us know you're there, who you cheering for. Low snap. Picks up. Tries a little shovel there. Ball is live. Oh, no, they're going to say he's down.
I think they're going to call that an incomplete pass. Carthage is up 23-0 on Liberty ILO.
Not a huge surprise there.
Looks like Van and Lindale are knotted up at 21. And then Kilgore is up 24-0 on Gilmer.
All right, so 3rd and 9. Timeout called by the Wildcats. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
He's going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN. Game on.
Low snap again. We got a penalty. Looks like a couple of guys went early there.
Be a false start, so should bring us back to 3rd and 14.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 27-yard line. Still 3rd down.
So 3rd down, 14 to go. All right, so Taylor under center. Wheels out left. Got some space. Picks up some. Forced out of bounds, but a good little carry there for Taylor. Gets it back. Well, it must have stepped out there right around their original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so about 4 officially. It looked like he had more than that, but it's hard to tell when you have white shoes on a white sideline. And
so 4th and 10.
There's and Scott deep for the Buffalo.
The punt.
another good punt there. Caught on the 30.
Well, flag.
Yeah, it looked like one of those illegal crack back blocks there. He blindsided him.
Now, he's still on his feet, but that's going to come back.
Yeah, so Max Ramirez gets a big return.
So this guy down here is signaling touchdown, but now he recognizes the flag. So that's all for naught.
Yeah. Yeah, so one of those moments of elation turned to, oh, man, I just ran all that way for
ran
what?
all that for nothing?
Yeah. So they're going to bring it all the way back. Looks like the penalty was thrown about the 39-yard line. Looks like they're going to call a hold on it.
Okay.
I saw a collision and a player from Big Sandy hit the ground. It looked like one of those he didn't see coming, but they're going to call a hold. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Back him up. So it negates a huge return.
29-yard line, first down, Roanoke.
And it's going to take them all the way back to the 29.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for for the Buffaloes. Parnell's still out right now.
We're going to go trips right here, single left. Throw a little tunnel screen here. He's going to cross the entire field and have some room. He's going to keep moving. He's down the sideline, and it looks like he's going to go all the way. What a catch and run by Alberto Sarmiento for the touchdown.
These play designs are really impressive.
71 yards for Sarmiento on the catch. Yeah, I mean, it was an incredible tunnel screen, and then he had the wherewithal to not only get through the tunnel, but then come all the way across the field to the other side. And then it looked like he might step out of bounds, and he stepped back to the inside a step and then kept running, and nothing but daylight in front of him.
Perez lined up to kick the PAT. It's up. And it's a good one. So with 2:31 left in the first half of play, 48 the Buffaloes, Big Sandy 0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, here we go.
You know, Perez, he's going to probably need some ice after tonight's game. That guy's had 7 extra points. He's had probably 7 or 8 kickoffs here. He's probably had a busier night tonight than he's probably expecting, and we're not even to halftime yet, so just 2:31 left here in the second quarter. We're going to kick off here from our right to left.
Big kick. Taking in at about the 7. Bounces off the turf for Hodge. Lowers his shoulder.
What a fortunate bounce that it came right back to him.
Yeah. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Ball spotted at the 17-yard line. First down
on the 17. Thanks so much for tuning in, chat. Let us know, and we'll also plan to bring you the halftime performances here. Something that we pride ourselves in doing.
Yeah, you know, the band and the drill teams and the different groups, they spend a lot of time, the same as these football players, getting ready for Friday night. And Friday Night Lights wouldn't be what it does without all the atmosphere, right?
Absolutely.
All the pomp and circumstance. All right, ball on the 17. It's a handoff to Hodge, and he is met in the backfield with force.
Loss of a couple, right?
Yeah, loss of about, looks like 2, maybe 1. They're kind of, looks like a loss of 1.
With a big stop in the backfield, brings up 2nd down 11.
Yeah, so 2nd and 11 from the 16-yard line here. And we're going to get a 2-minute stoppage, or the 2-minute timeout here.
All right, well, we'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
This is where legends rise and moments are made.
They're still on his feet. Come on, still on his feet.
From the buzzer beaters to the game winners, we bring you the action. Raw, real, relentless. We cover every angle, every story. From the streets to the stadiums.
He's going all the way.
Your favorite athletes. Your teams.
Ford breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh.
Your passion. All in one place. New games, live shows.
Here he goes. He's got some blockers.
This is the future of sports media.
There he goes. Quick up into the secondary.
This isn't just a network. This is a movement.
Ooh, oh, he ran over the defender.
Welcome to NETSN. Game On.
All right, so 2nd and 11 coming out of the 2-minute warning. Hodge with the carry.
Nice little shoulder there.
Yeah, he ain't scared of contact, that's for sure.
Looks like they're going to give him, I think, 3 on the carry. Looks like 3 yards on the carry.
Gain of 2, 3rd down 8.
So 2 yards on it.
They got him marked to the 19. It was at the 16. I think my math would be 3 there. But because it was 2nd and 11, now it's 3rd and 8, so that's 3. So 3, I think it's in that in-between spot, right, where it's not quite maybe, but I'm gonna give him 3 on the carry, just for the,
let's do it
for the lowered shoulder there and the aggression. So 3rd and 8 and a couple inches.
Carry for Hodge again. Got some dirty yards. He's running through traffic. Picks up about 6, and so it's going to be 4th and 2. And
4th down 2.
Yeah, so I think you have a decision to make here with a little bit of time left on the clock. Just 50 seconds, so you do have to run a play here. But you are deep in your opponent's territory, so you kind of have to weigh that option. But I think with the score the way it is, I think they're going to have to go for it here. So they're taking some time in the huddle here. Looks like they're going to try to get this clock down as far as they can and then take a timeout. So 14 seconds left here. Jaron, what do you do here on a 4th and 2 deep in your own territory to try to get the first down and kind of keep the clock rolling here?
I mean, you've got, you're going for 6, right? I mean, one play, right? And there's a reason why you let you wind it down. It's 4th and 2, so you only want to do one play. And so
yeah, I mean, I think their best play so far has kind of been that last one they did where they had kind of bunch everybody in tight and try to get the ball to the outside and see what you can do.
It looks like they're going to punt it.
Okay. So nobody deep here for Lone Oaks. I don't know if they believe they're going to punt it, but they do.
That's
the punt you want.
Kick.
You just need a little bit straighter, but again, got a good roll, and the ball's going to go out of bounds at the 41.
And that will bring us to the halftime. So we'll take a quick break, and once the bands get out here, then we'll take it to the field for your halftime entertainment. So at the half, the Buffaloes lead the Wildcats by a score of 49-0. We'll be right back.
Williams fights through the yards, breaks some tackles. Williams still on his feet. Williams breaks another tackle. Here he goes. He's got some blockers. Sam Williams, he ain't going to catch him. Touchdown, God. 59-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2 for Sam Williams.
Yeah, whoa. They get set early, very quickly here. Play clock down to 3. Dixon gets it off, low snap. Pickram up the middle, and there he goes. Pickram into the secondary. Pickram is going to go. He is gone. Touchdown. Macho steps up in the pocket, and he gets away from one tackler, avoids another tackler, tries to run. He's still on his feet. Camacho still on his feet. He's still running. Camacho, goodness gracious, he's still going. Camacho, is he going to score? Wow. Touchdown. Quick pass. Bork adjusts and intercepted, and he caught it.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's going all the way.
Oh, my God.
It's Taylor.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
And a pick six. Kind of stalled him out here. Brisbane got Stewart with a little. Oh, he ran over the defender. The helmet coming off. Holy man. Quarterback Smith. And Smith's in the gun. He's going to go back to pass. Goes out to his left. He's got a man open. It's Bork again. Caught. Bork breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Arp. What? Here we go. First and 10. They're going to throw it outside. They're going to double pass here. Going deep. That's Man Scott. What a catch by Man Scott! Is a one-handed grab. He's going to go almost the whole way. Just tackled at the one. Highlight reel right there for Man Scott. Oh my goodness, Jason.
I don't think you'll see anything like that.
Woo!
That's not an East Texas highlight reel. That's Sports Center right there.
Man, man, oh man. What a catch.
The band will be performing a precision military drill to Big Sandy fanfare and Men in Gray March. The Big Sandy Wildcat Band is under the direction of Jeremy Hendricks. This section of the week is the tuba section. The band would like to thank the Big Sandy ISD administration, the Wildcat Band boosters, and the band parents for their continued help and support. Let's hear it for the Big Sandy Wildcat Band. And all you Big Sandy fans, come out tomorrow to support the band at the Big Sandy Band Classic Car Show from 9 to 2.
Please welcome to the field your Lone Oak. Please welcome to the field your Lone Oak Mighty Buffalo Band. The band is under the direction of Head Director Robert Cheek, Assistant Director Marina Coronado, and under the field direction of Drum Major Juan Salazar. The band will be presenting a portion of their UIL competition marching show titled Shine, which includes selections from Ode to Joy by Beethoven, Spring Rain by Vivaldi, Simple Gifts by Brackett, and Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. This week's Marcher of the Week is Jack Eskelson, and this week's Section of the Week is the Drum Line. Drum Major Juan Salazar, is your band ready?
Regulators. Regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, you know what I mean? Earn your keep. It was a clear black night. A clear white man when he was on the streets trying to. You are in the mix with DJ Throwback. Regulators. Regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, you know what I mean? Earn your keep. It was a clear black night. A clear white man when he was on the streets trying to conceal some stuff for the eat. So I could get some fun rolling with my ride, chilling on the just the east side of the LBC. When I listen to my prime, it's the Warren G's. Call full of girls, take a look at the tweet. While you start to look up to my breeze. Sitting
All right, welcome back, folks. Jeremy Peoples, Jeremy Titsworth, as both teams are getting ready to come in after halftime. And Jeremy, I know you worked on compiling some stats for us, so let's go ahead and hear what you got.
Yeah, so I've got, and again, I'm hoping I'm accurate. I did a decent job, I think, but Slade Parnell for the Lone Oak Buffaloes went 5 for 6, 162 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty good first half.
Pretty efficient.
Yeah, rushing-wise, Danny Barahona had 98 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Complimenting him was number 28, Alex McCallum. He had 36 yards and a touchdown. And then as far as receiving goes, Sarmiento had 71 yards and a touchdown. Ramirez had 33 yards and a touchdown. And then Barahona had a receiving touchdown for 21 yards. And so, and then again, a couple of defensive touchdown as well, and that's going to get you to 49. For the Big Sandy Wildcats, I've got Taylor at 7 for 9 for 67 yards. Rushing-wise, number 2, Taylor, he's got, with a sack, he's got negative 12. Leading rusher is number 12, Easton Richardson. He had 17. And then number 22, Aiden Hodge, had 9. And then for receiving, number 25, Evan Jang had 45 yards receiving. Richardson followed up with 17, and then Hamburg had 5. And so, you know, you see the score the way it is, and again, I think the stats play that out. So if I'm Big Sandy here, my goal in this second half is to put some positives on the board, right? The score is probably not attainable to get back 49 points and not give up. And yeah, it could happen. Crazy things happen in high school football, but I think if you're Big Sandy, you want to put some positives together. Put a couple drives together, get some points on the board, and give yourself something positive to go into week 4 looking at.
Yeah, and if I remember right, and I'm going to double check this right now, but, you know, Big Sandy comes from that big district. And so I believe they're going to start district play, I believe next week. I'm going to double check on that real quick. Yeah, so yeah, they'll take on Ore City to start district next week. Yeah, Ore City, Harleton, then Beckville. And really, those are winnable games for sure.
I think we thought Beckville was going to be – Beckville struggled a little bit out of the block, right? That's probably the toughest of those 3 games. But yeah, 2 of 3 for sure are winnable for them. And so I think, again, here, just you want to walk out of the stadium tonight with something to build on and to look forward to.
Going into district, absolutely. All right, so here we go. So the Buffaloes will start with the ball in the second half.
And the running back, Barahona, is the kicker. Oh, that ball is loose, and I believe it was recovered by the Big Sandy Wildcats.
So what a way to start the third. So in and out of the hands, and so great field position. It was Bentley Clark who scooped it up or fell on it, rather. And so Great opportunity here for the Wildcats to start the second half.
And what a kick, right? I mean, that thing just had the right kind of bounce to go the wrong way if you're a Buffalo, and bounced off his shoulder pad. And, yeah, Clark was there for the recovery. So heads-up play by him. Again, don't give up on the play. And now you got the ball in plus territory there at the 27-yard line.
So 1st and 10. Taylor hands off to Hamburg. He's got a little bit of a seam there. Bullies his way through. Picks up about 6. Good carry there for Hamburg.
Yeah, best carry of the night for him. And, again, the outsides kind of opened up a little bit and took advantage of that.
So 2nd and 4. Two receivers on the near side, one on the far. Single back set. Got a tight end to help with some blocking. He's in motion. And we'll dump out to him. Ball falls incomplete.
Boy.
Well, almost intercepted.
Yeah, Callan Patterson had eyes for the end zone with that and forgot to take the ball with him. I think he saw 6 before he got the ball, and fortunate thing for the Wildcats that ball wasn't picked. That was kind of a slow developing play, and you know, the problem with those is that sometimes the defense can see them well, and they did there and broke it up.
So 3rd down and 4. Again, still good field position in 4-down territory. Most definitely, I would believe. So 3rd and 4. And off to, I believe, Hamburg. Let's see. Yeah, and so I'm going to say no gain. So 4th and 4.
And again, with the score the way it is, you're going to go for it here, right? I mean, you're in plus territory. You're going to force the other team. Even if you don't get the first down here, they still got to go a long way. And so you're going to go for it here. And I think you got to dial something up with some speed to it. You can't have a slow developing play here. You need something that's going to be quick and decisive.
Catch them on their heels a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because they're probably going to, I would imagine they're going to try to bring pressure. Yeah, the box is pretty loaded. Hand off to Hamburg. He comes out. I think he's going to get enough for it. Yeah, and they're moving the chains. 1st down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it looked like about a 5-6 yard carry there at least, I think. Maybe more.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Download our app if you haven't yet. Again, we've got all sorts of games on the network tonight and continue that way all through the season. Love doing what we do, getting to broadcast a lot of young athletes and spirit groups. And follow us on all the socials. Stay up to date with where we're going, who we're broadcasting for. So here we go. Pretty tight formation here. Man in motion. That's Jitjang on the sweep. He's got it. He's going to get some space on the right.
Oh, what a hit there. It looked like number 3, Max Ramirez on the hit. Kept that from just going 2 yards there. I like the creative play call there. Something a little bit different, right? And again, it looked like there was an opening there, and that little bit of hesitation by the running back allowed Ramirez to come in and finish him off.
Just 2nd and 8. Hand off to Hamburg. No gain.
Hamburg ahead for a gain of 1.
Or they're going to say a gain of 1. All right. So 3rd and 7 now.
That brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, 7 to go. Well, 7.5.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the
7 7/8. It's almost 8. I don't know. It was generous to give him the yard there, maybe there on that carry, because I don't think the down marker moved an inch.
The PA guy gave it to him.
Yeah, that counts half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? So, again, a long 3rd down here.
So you try to get the ball in the hands of Jitjang.
Oh, and he slips on the throw, but he makes the catch.
What a catch. It's contested, but he brings it down. Should be enough for the 1st down. And it is. So first and goal for the Wildcats, knocking on the door of a score. Kind of called that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Tony Romo did. All right, so ball on the 5. First and goal for the Wildcats now. I think this is also where you try to get Hodge involved with some dirty yards there.
Yeah, I mean, he's been tough to bring down all night. And
man in motion. Taylor's going to keep, he's brought down for a loss of about 2.
Sammy Rodriguez with a sack behind the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
So second and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. .608, so I haven't been able to tell. Is that running? I think they are running the clock.
it's hard to tell sometimes that happens in the third quarter because not everything stops the clock the way it does later in the game. But
Taylor back under pressure.
Oh, man, a lot of pressure. Oh, he throws up a ball, and it's caught in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, so intercepted in the end zone, and so it was
number 3, Max Ramirez.
It was batted down and it deflected, and so fell in Ramirez's arm, so it's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, Johnson kind of threw that one up for grabs. There was a lot of pressure in his face, and again, it looked like his receiver slipped a little bit there coming out of a break. That's the second time on that drive that's happened, so maybe a little extra moisture or humidity out there and causing those players not to get good footing, and ball went up, and it was caught by the wrong team.
So 5:48 and counting left in the third quarter play, and you really hit it because it was a really good, offensive possession for Big Sandy, and where they were close to a score there.
Well, that was a good defensive play there.
Defense getting after the ball carrier that is number 9, Peyton Jackson, the sophomore.
Peyton Jackson, the ball carrier. Call in the backfield, brings up second down.
Looks like he lost about 3 on the carry there.
So 2nd and 13. Handoff.
And there's a flag coming in. I think there was a mauling in the back.
But good scamper there for about 23 yards, but I think it'll probably come back.
Yeah, it was one of those where both linemen were engaged, and the lineman from Big Sandy said, all right, if you're going to hold me, I'm just going to fall over, and I'll take the holding call, and I think it worked in his favor. So we've got an offensive holding. Again, that was on, it looked to be the right tackle there. I take that back. That was the left guard, number 63. Van Jeter with the hold there. He got tangled up with number 60, Dylan Gallagher. Ball's all the way back to the 9-yard line, so a big loss there on the hold.
Quarterback's got some space here. Still on his feet. It's a backup quarterback, Colt Bowman, and we were talking about it before we came back from the half that he's got some size for him. He's a freshman. When your positions are quarterback and D-line, you know that you're probably going to be hard to take down, and so it's a big carry for him. So 1st and 10.
Yeah, 36 yards on the scamper there. And again, he's a good-sized guy. He's just a freshman, too. Big run there. And that's number 9.
So picks up 12, so 1st and 10.
the ball on the 43-yard line.
So 1st and 10. 3:15 left in the third quarter. Hand off again. He is snuffed out in the backfield.
That's number 52. That's Landon Hartman. And it looked like number 50, I believe that was 56, Bentley Hodge. Yeah. He had his jersey in the front.
Rolled up a little bit.
I knew it had a 5. I couldn't get the second number. Yeah, so 56 there. So 2nd and 11.
Second 11, flag on the play. Get some space on the far end, but this one may come back.
Yeah, it looked like about 11 yards on the catch and run. That was number 18, Callan Patterson on the catch. We'll see if it stands. Offsides on the defense, so it will. So an 11-yard catch there for Patterson.
Penalties decline. The result of the play is a Lono first down.
Yes, so they decline it, and so that will bring up a first down.
Bowman moves his running back to his left. We got twins right, single left with an H-back. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Up the middle with some speed and some power. And he's still on his feet. Takes a big hit.
Be another first down for that big carry.
And the ball is going to be spotted, it looks like on the 11-yard line. So 22-yard run there for Bowman. Another first down. There's the handoff. Churns up the middle, gets about 5 on the carry.
So 2nd and 5. Second down, 5 to go. Ball on the, 7-yard line or so. Hand off again, number 9 cuts back in, but he's brought down by the ankles. Pickup of about 2.
Yeah, so 3rd. They're on the 4-yard line. They can get a first down here on the 1. So if they get inside the 1-yard line here, or you can just go ahead and put it in the end zone, probably the goal, but at least you can get a first down if you can get it inside the 1. Wouldn't be surprised to see quarterback run here. Yep, here we go. So they're going to kind of run a stretch play. And he's got room to the sideline, and he waltzes in. Oh, and there's a late flag. I think that one's going to go on Big Sandy as well. So 4-yard score for the quarterback, Bowman. And the officials are going to discuss what the flag is. Dead ball, personal foul. It's going to be on the defense. I believe that was on number 5, Jonathan Lawrence. It looked like it was the guilty party. So they're going to probably assess that on the kickoff instead of the extra point.
Here's the snap and the kick. And it is good. So with 11 seconds left in the third quarter of play, the Buffaloes lead the Wildcats by a score of 56-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in. Jaron Peoples, Jeremy Diamond here, bringing us some Big Sandy football here on the Northeast Texas Sports Network, NETSN.
Yeah, and again, this kickoff is going to be all the way on the plus 45, right? An interesting kickoff there with a 15-yard penalty, and so it'll be interesting to see what Lone Oak does with this kickoff. Are they going to go deep with it? Are they going to pooch it? Right, if I'm Big Sandy, I might be prepared, for anything because you just don't know. Maybe a little ground ball bouncer.
So it looks like Alberto Sarmiento, well, he's placed it on the tee. And Perez is typically the kicker, but
yeah, I think they're probably giving his leg a rest, and so Sarmiento is going to take the duties here.
Now, I'm going to try. If I'm him, I'm trying to pooch it right. Put it, within the 10 if you can, or
yeah,
somewhere
between that 20 and the 10, maybe. Oh,
and
no,
he
he's
does
just gonna,
exactly the opposite. He just bullets it in the back.
So I bet he got bonus points from his teammates for knocking over the pylon, right? Like, if you can take, those things you might do where, like, hey, if you can kick that pylon over, I'll give you bonus points. So a deep kickoff there. Ball's going to come out to the 25-yard line. I always forget. I'm like, is it 25 at the high school level too? I feel like that changes every few years, but ball's going to come out to the 25 on the touchback.
So 1st and 10 for the Big Sandy offense.
And again, like you talked about, they had a little bit of a drive going last time around, and then unfortunately weren't able to capitalize on it. And so the jump ball in the end zone that didn't go their way. So let's see if they can put something together again. Let's get some points on the board here for these Wildcats.
So new quarterback. Handoff to Hodge.
Good run there by Hodge. Looks like he got just past. Looks like they're going to give him 11 on the carry there.
So Brandon Jintjing now in as the signal caller for the Wildcats. And as we end the third, the Buffaloes lead the Wildcats by a score of 56-0. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
All right, welcome back, folks. Had some personnel change on the offensive side of the ball for the Wildcats. So Brandon Jitjang, the younger brother of Evan Jitjang.
Yeah, so the junior comes in to run the show here.
It's our older brother.
Oh, older brother, excuse me. Yes, you're right, the junior. Nice carry by him there around the left side there. Looks like another 11-yard carry. And good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 now.
Good enough for a first down for Big Sandy.
Ball on the Wildcat 47. Single back set, that's Hodge. Legit Jane. Man in motion, that's Hamburg.
Oh, good penetration in the backfield there. Led by, looks like number 50, 55. He kind of led the charge there from his end position and got penetration and a loss, looks like, of 2 yards on the carry.
So 2nd and 12.
Kate Gilstrap leads the charge in there. Van Jeter right there with him.
Still a pretty good crowd here in Lone Oak.
Yeah, again, homecoming ride, and so we've seen a lot of fanfare. The band's done a great job tonight over here, getting the crowd going with the music. And we're gonna get
a timeout called by Lone Oak. So, all right, well, we'll take it with them. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Coming out of the timeout called.
yeah, we think that was called by Big Sandy. So that they've got 2 left here in the half, and Lone Oak has all 3 of theirs. And again, it's 9:38 left. The clock is running. Ball's on the 35-yard line, and it's 2nd and 12.
Jane keeps it, lowers his shoulder, picks up a yard.
Yeah, great tackle there by number 63, Van Jeter, and number 61, Mateo Valdez. So 1 yard on the carry.
So 3rd and 11. Not getting in a big hurry here.
You know, the stadium's fun, too, because we're literally, the stadium, the back of the stadium on the visitor side is probably, 20 yards from the highway?
Yeah.
Right? So we've had a couple times where cars have driven by and given us the honk ride. And so it's kind of just a different thing. It's one of those rare stadiums that you can see as you drive by on Friday nights if you're coming through on Highway 69.
And there's not much else out here.
That's right. That's true. And it's a beautiful facility, so it's easy to spot. You got quads right. You don't see that very often.
Low snap. Pitch to Hodge.
He's got room.
Lowers his shoulder. Gets enough for the first down and more. I call those the bully yards, and good pickup there for Hodge. So it'll be a first down Wildcats.
So it looked like about 20 yards on that carry. Good enough for a first down. Ball's going to be on the 36-yard line.
All right, so here we go. Single back set, trips on the far. Pitch over to Hodge. Opposite side, get some space.
Great tackle there by number 21, Dion Douglas. We got a flag late again. Looked like it might have been after the play again.
And that might be on the takedown, possibly.
Little WWE action going there. So we're going to wait on the call here. So if it stands at a 5-yard carry, it was on the defense.
Personal foul. So that will move it up, and it should be a first down, right? So
yeah, so automatic first down there. So 5 yards on the carry will stand, and then they're going to mark off an additional 15 for the penalty. So really a 20-yard play there. A score update, Marshall 28, Legacy 19, Longview 17, South Oak 10. Both of those are in the third quarter, excuse me. We haven't seen an update from, I haven't looked at the Chapel Hill White House score. I need to check that one out again, but it was 27-17 at half.
Hodge taken down in the backfield. Loss of about 2. Just over 6 minutes left in the ball game. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let us know you're there, who you're cheering for.
Ball 18-yard line here. Oh, it looked like a missed opportunity there. I think Jit Jang thought he was coming across his face, and he went the other way. But a good recovery there by Jit Jang to get something out of it. So the ball is going to be on the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 here. So score update, it's Chapel Hill 34, White House 17, with a little over 7 minutes left in the third quarter. So big 3rd and 9 here from the 15-yard line. A little over 5 minutes left on this clock. And a chance here for Big Sandy to put some points on the board and get rid of that 0.
Grant Saline up big on Emory Reigns, 42-7.
I think I saw Tyler High 63 and their opponent 0 just a little bit ago.
Good carry there.
Yeah, Tyler High 63, Segoville 0.
So 4th and 4 after the 5-yard carry.
What do you say, Buffalo Nation?
Jefferson gets a win over DeKalb, 35-0.
That's a big win. Jefferson Bulldogs get back on the front end of the winning.
Arps separated from Mineola. They're leading 28-8.
Okay, that was a close one at halftime, so they've kind of put the gas pedal down. So 4th and 4 here. Running back to the left. Jit Jang's going to roll left. He's going to take the run, and it looks like he's going to be a yard short. So picks up 3, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Big stop there for the Lone Oak defense. Keeps the score where it is at 56-0 with just a hair over 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
So they have stopped the clock here on change of possession.
So Newton is up 28-0 over Tatum. That's in the fourth quarter. So that game was close at halftime, but the lead has been stretched out since. You can watch Athens Palestine on our network. It's currently Athens 42, Palestine 7.
Winsboro up on Honey Grove 42-21 at the half. That Winsboro team's good, man.
Yeah, you guys saw them play early.
Week one,
and they haven't slowed down. Got that big Wisconsin W. I call them Wisconsin Borough because they got that big W at midfield.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Buffaloes.
Looks like the ball's on the 7-yard line.
Handoff was number 9 again, so he picks up about 6.
Brings up second down 4.
Yeah, good run by him there. A little clogged up early and then was able to find some space and get some yardage.
So Big Sandy will take on Ore City next week.
So Big Sandy's forced to call a timeout there. They actually had 12 men on the field, and so they're going to take a timeout here with 3:08 remaining in the fourth quarter.
All right, so we'll take one with them. So, hey, we'll be right back here on NETSN.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All right, welcome back.
Little pass there. Oh, got a little overzealous on the throw there. He was intended for Callan Patterson there. Was Bowman, and he just threw it out of his reach.
So we'll have the Big Sandy game next week. Keith and Jason will be bringing that one to you. And then in 2 weeks, myself and Jeremy Titsworth will be bringing the game from Harleton.
Okay. All right, so 3rd and 5 here. The quarterback keeper around the right side. He's going to cut back left, and he's going to get enough yardage for the first down. So from the 13 to the 21, it's a gain of 8 for the quarterback there. So the ball's on the 21-yard line, and again, the clock continues to run. We are going to be at the 2-minute stoppage any second. And there it is. So we got the 2-minute stoppage or the 2-minute timeout here. So 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Current score again is Lone Oak 56, Big Sandy nothing. I think we're going to go to a break.
We'll be right back. Welcome back.
That sounded dangerous. I'm not sure what was happening there. It sounded like somebody came tumbling down the stairs. Hopefully everybody's okay.
Hopefully that wasn't our crowd, mate.
That's true.
1st and 10.
Hopefully that wasn't someone in the crowd either. That'd be just as
that'd
bad,
be even
right?
worse.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 21. We're just under 2 minutes now. Handoff. Ball carrier gets on the left side.
Oh, he's drugged down by the jersey there. Oh,
man.
Man, what a tackle. So 11 yards. You know, the thing I love watching him carry the ball is that ball is high and tight, and it is chinned. He is not bringing that anywhere near any chance of getting rid of it, right? He's got it protected. So a good run there again by Peyton Jackson, the sophomore running back.
Big takedown there for K.R. Hawkins.
Oh, Ferrant stepped into the neutral zone early there. I don't see a flag.
No flag.
So a ball goes from the 32 to the 45, so 13 yards for Jackson there on the carry and a first down. Yeah, I think that was the nobody saw anything, right? Nobody saw anything. It was couldn't get that yellow flag just would not come out of the pocket there.
Well, under a minute.
I think the official sneezed and he didn't see it. So about 40 seconds left here. 1st and 10 from the 45. Looks like we're going to go victory formation here. He does. He takes a knee. Looks like just enough time remaining. Bowman there tossed a hot one to the referee as he was trying to blow it dead, and he apologized quickly. But that's going to do it here for our score here. The Lone Oak Buffaloes 56, the Big Sandy Wildcats 0 here on homecoming night.
Yeah, so again, I mean, we knew it was going to be a tall order for the Wildcats, right? So, but again, these pre-district games are here to get you ready for district. And again, coming out of that big 8-team district, they start early, so they'll start district next week.
And these 3 games don't matter, right? All you have to do is win enough games in your district to get in the top 4, and you get to go to the playoffs, and then it's up for grabs, right?
Yeah, so you're essentially 0-0 now, right? You're 0-0 going into district, and so Coach Pullum and company's done a lot of prep getting the guys ready for and what is a tough district. So, again, thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For Jeremy Peoples, Jeremy Diamond, and Mr. Richard Diamond on the camera. Great job by him. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a good night, folks.
Keeps Williams. Fights through the yards, breaks some tackles. Williams still on his feet. Williams breaks another tackle. Here he goes. He's got some blockers. Sam Williams, he ain't going to catch him. Touchdown, God. 59-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 2 for Sam Williams.
Yeah, whoa. They get set early, very quickly here. Play clock down to 3. Dixon gets it off, low snap. Pickram up the middle, and there he goes. Pickram into the secondary. Pickram is going to go. He is gone. Touchdown. Macho steps up in the pocket, and he gets away from one tackler, avoids another tackler, tries to run. He's still on his feet. Camacho's still on his feet. He's still running. Camacho, goodness gracious, he's still going. Camacho, is he going to score? Wow. Touchdown. Quick pass. Bork adjusts and intercepted, and he caught it.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's going all the way.
Oh, my God. No,
it's Taylor.
Just let him go. Just let him go.
And a pick 6. Kind of stalled him out here. Brisbane got Stewart with a little. Oh, he ran over the defender. A helmet coming off. Holy man. Quarterback Smith. And Smith's in the gun. He's going to go back to pass. Goes out to his left. He's got a man open. It's Bork again. Caught. Bork breaks some tackle. Oh my gosh. He's still on his feet. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Arp. What? Here we go. 1st and 10. They're going to throw it outside. They're going to double pass here. Going deep. That's Man Scott. What a catch by Man Scott. It's a one-handed grab. He's going to go almost all the way. Just tackle at the 1. Highlight reel right there for Man Scott. Oh my goodness, Jason.
I don't think you'll see anything on
Ooh.
this Texas highlight reel. That's Sports Center right there.
Man, oh man. What a catch.